Hello and welcome back. We had a brief break in between tapes and we talked about it, and we think the topics we cover are really pertinent. Now we're going to make a real quick recap and cover a couple other items. But please mind you, this is not a program. We're selling you a home. Reverse mortgages or forward mortgages are not going away tomorrow. There's no urgency to get in there tomorrow. President Bush, President Obama, or the next president isn't pulling the plug, so there's no crisis in getting this done. The idea is, if you're not interested in the home, we're selling it to somebody else. So, mind you again, we're here to sell you a home. We're going to put out a forward mortgage. You're going to pay off that forward mortgage with a reverse mortgage. The reverse mortgage, we're not an underwriter, we're not a lender, we're not a mortgage firm. What it takes is you have to be older, you have to have good credit. You got to have good credit. Doesn't matter. You still have to have an income. This is not for someone with no income because you have taxes, heating bills. You have to maintain that home. What else am I missing here? I think there's some other topics.
They can not have had a bankruptcy.
No bankruptcies.
No judgments.
No judgments.
No tax liens.
Okay. Again, we're not a mortgage broker, but you're going to fill out a little piece of paper for a mortgage firm, and they're going to tell us if you're good or not. And if it's yay, yay. If it's nay, they'll find out. So this is all items that are going to come out. But you do need good credit. You need an income. Income because you still got to be able to pay your bills. Now, to recap, this is not a new house. The house is sold as is. I like to think of it as this. It's an old house with a lot of work done to it. So if you like it, look at it. You've been an individual who's lived in homes a long time, probably.
Absolutely.
Whatever can break will. What breaks on a home, Glenn?
Windows.
Windows?
Some people with walls.
Okay. Walls, kids.
Doors.
Locks.
Plumbing sometimes.
Tall grass. You're going to have to get a lawnmower. Plan on $200 for a lawnmower. Get your nephew or your grandson to cut that lawnmower or cut the grass. You got to trim your bushes. You know, they don't want the dilapidated building on that block, so don't be the person who provides it.
Absolutely.
Okay. One question we had is, how do you lose your home? How does this whole thing go south? One is, if you become a deadbeat, if you don't pay your bills, you don't pay the payment, you're not getting the house. The other is, when you die, you move out.
When you die, that's it.
When you die, that's it. It can't go to your heirs. There's no estate. You can pay it off, and then it can go to someone you would will it to, but the house is subject to a mortgage. The mortgage grows over time because you're not making a payment. So someday your estate has to pay that house off. If not, it goes back to the lender. What I'm told, and I'm probably wrong, so I'm giving you bad information right now, but you have to be out generally within a year, maybe 6 months. Okay? So when you die, you must move out. The loan is due. You sell the house, the lender wants to get paid. This works similarly. Life insurance, when you die, the insurance company has to pay off. Well, when you die, the loan has to be paid off. So think of it as that. So, in terms of processes, generally people remember 3 times what they see as well as what they hear. So how long can this process take?
Almost 2 years.
You want to hold that real close to the camera? Show. So if this program's not for you, we now know, we talked about it, we wanted to cover everything. This is a no-holds-barred disclosure, but we think it's a good program because we'd like you to be a homeowner in one of our homes. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your information. Contact the person you're here with right now. Ask information. We're shooting a video right now of you watching this video. So later, no one can come back and say we didn't try to explain, because we just want to get information across. So thank you.
It's very important that you make an informed decision.
Correct. Yeah, there's no push here. This is not victimizing a senior. This is not pushing someone into a real estate transaction. We don't have to sell the home to you. We get calls 50 deep a day, and we get applications that people want homes because there's a housing crisis right now. So we have a lot of rentals. We try to convert a lot of those rentals to homeowners, and it's a slow program, but there's just dozens of people who are interested. So think about it. If you need time, take the time. This is a sale of a home. If you want a lawyer, go get a lawyer. We're not saying don't get lawyers. People say this is the biggest transaction of your life. Not really. The biggest one is when you're born and when you die. That's the biggest transaction of your life. So what we really want to do is sell you the home, get you in the home, have you enjoy in the home. Have we done this with a lot of people, and a lot of people have been very successful, Eric?
Oh, yeah, a lot.
Okay. Glenn, any other feedback you've got for the family?
People sometimes don't realize the time element involved, and that's why we want to emphasize it can take up to 2 years, but the reward is tremendous, because the bottom line, once you get that reverse mortgage and pay off the forward mortgage, you can live there without making a mortgage payment.
Right. The mortgage payment does not become due unless you violate the covenants of the lender. FHA makes all the guidelines. It has nothing to do with Start Rehab, anyone in our office or anyone you talk to. You'll see this on the media or the news as soon as we do. In a recap, you're required to make a payment. This is not a free house. If you don't have an income, it's not for you. Plan on spending $750 a month approximately to live in the house, because you've got to cut the grass, take care of the house, heat the thing. But in terms, if you were to compare to rent, it's about $450. So pay $900 where you're at now, or you can own the home for $450. This way you get probably 3 times the space and a lot less grief. The whole